Okay, so now that you have your pieces cut out, you'll have your piece 2 and your piece 1 cut out. You got your pins still in place, and we're going to mark your pieces because you want to make sure that when you start sewing, you sew one front to one back and one front to one back. If you sew 2 fronts together and 2 backs together, then you're gonna have like one baggy leg and you're gonna have one tight leg. So we just wanna make sure that we don't mix them up. And they do look really similar, just slight difference. The back is just a little bit bigger because you got the booty in the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out a couple of pins. It does not matter where. I usually just go by a corner, and you're gonna have 2 layers of fabric, okay? I have my pretty side of my fabric here. On the inside, you've got your 2 wrong sides of your fabric, and then on the back, you got your pretty side as well. So since this is piece 2, as indicated on the front, you can either take any marking utensil. It could be your chalk pencil, it could be tailored chalk triangle, or if it's really hard to see, like on mine it's pretty obvious, like if I had a wax pencil over here and I put a 2, you'd be able to see it really clearly. But sometimes you'll have where your right side and your wrong side, they don't look much different, but it is still very important that you mark because otherwise it gets all confusing. So on the 2 insides, I'm just gonna put a piece of tape. Again, you could also use your little wax marking tools. I'm just gonna put one on each side, just like that. And then with a pen, now don't ever write on your fabric with a pen directly. And this is kind of thin, but I'm just putting a 2, and I'm putting a 2. And then on my 2 front pieces, I would put a 1, because those would mark the front. So now this is telling me 2 things. This is telling me that these are my wrong sides of my fabric, and that these are both back pieces, which are going to be important when you start sewing. And you'll do the same thing with your piece 1s. Once you do that, then you could start removing all of your pins all the way around. Fold up these pattern pieces because you can use them over and over again to make tons of different pants. And then you are ready to start sewing.